And now making his way to the ring, Nahul Botelli.
Well, let's get some fighters in the ring then. Atmosphere building here beautifully ahead of this one. Mahul Botelli is the first man in the ring as well. 24 years of age, the Argentinian. His first time boxing here in London as well. The only other time outside his native Argentina, he was stopped in the 8th round against Chris Isabi when he went to France. 6 wins of his 11 have come by way of knockout, but he has been stopped 3 times in those 6 defeats as well. Last time he was out, he got a 2nd round KO of Wilfredo Abel Tapia. That was back home in Salta, Argentina. But tonight, it is a very different challenge indeed against Sultan Zaurbek, the undefeated Kazakh. But at the weigh-in yesterday, he looked confident, he looked ready to go.
And now making his way to the ring, Sultan Zaurbek.
Sultan Zaurbek, the undefeated WBO European Super Featherweight champion. His belt not on the line tonight, but great to have him back in London here at York Hall. Actually made his debut here back in 2018 against Jose Aguilar. He's been back to Bethnal Green twice since, this making it the 3rd time. Became WBO European Super Featherweight champion when he beat Ronnie Clark on a return to the ring in June 2021, and then defended that title when he knocked out Ryan Wheeler in the 6th round. Had his first 7 fights on foreign soil before COVID put paid to that. He's won his last 5 at home in Kazakhstan. This is the first time he's travelled since. York Hall recently has been quite a fickle mistress for Kazakh fighters, so Sultan Zaurbek will be looking to keep on the right path.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for 10 rounds in a super featherweight contest. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Mark Bates, and your timekeeper, Mr. Stephen Pucci. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Officially, he weighed in at 9 stone, 4 pounds and 10 ounces. He brings a professional record to the ring of 11 wins, 6 coming by way of knockout, and 6 losses. Wearing white and gold shorts all the way from Salta, Argentina. Please welcome Nahul Botelli. And now, introducing his opponent across the ring in the blue corner. Officially weighing in at 9 stone, 5 pounds and 14 ounces. He brings a professional record to the ring of 12-0 with 8 KOs. Tonight wearing black and gold shorts from Shymkent, Kazakhstan. He is the current undefeated WBO European Super Featherweight Champion, Sultan Zaurbek.
Opening bout of the night then, Sultan Zaurbek versus Nahul Botelli. Botelli in London for the first time. Sultan Zaurbek returning to the place he made his debut. The WBO European Super Featherweight champion. This one scheduled for 10 rounds. And Barry Jones, Zorbek obviously the overwhelming favourite for this one, but this hasn't been an easy place for Kazakh fighters in recent months, has it? So he's going to need to be on his guard this evening.
He is, and I think with Botelli here, he has a guy who will come and have a go. As you know, anyone's seen him have a little look at him. He's easy to hit, you know, and that'll help Zorbek because he's very, very accurate. But also, he comes to have a go. So if Zorbek's not at his best or takes a little bit of complacency into the ring tonight, then he might come a little bit unstuck. But he hasn't shown any of that up to this point in his career. He's always been, if anything, too methodical. But he's always thought behind his work. You can see it all the time. His mind constantly thinking about what he's going to do next. Never wastes a shot.
Well, talking about York Hall being a fickle mistress, we are of course talking about Tursunbay Kulahmet, who got stopped by Abreu on a fight night here.
Oh, great fight there, wasn't it?
It was a brilliant fight. Abreu got up off the canvas to stop Kul Ahmed. Well, drop him for the first time in his career and then stop him. But Zorbek looks to fight at his own pace, but as you mentioned, that is very often a methodical pace, not wasted any energy here in these opening minutes or so. You can almost see in his eyes the fact-finding mission as he just computes everything that's across the ring from him. Botelli in the white trunks with the gold trim, Zorbek in the black and gold.
This is Zorbek, and you know, he does think about it. And in the past, I've been a little bit critical that he has just maybe, you know, could have gone through the gears a little bit more. But he has 8 stoppages in 12 fights, and for around the featherweight division, super featherweight division, that's pretty impressive. It's just, I think he could have had more. And no, I think he's really, really skillful. But it just sometimes, yeah, as you say, he fights at his own pace. And he's good enough, you know, and he's let a few fighters off the hook in the past. I think he's good enough not to do that. But he's young and evolving, and certainly a thinking fighter.
Into the final minute of round 1. Yeah, he's active with the right hand, isn't he, on the jab? Nothing coming in behind it at the moment.
He's just trying to draw something out of Botelli, isn't he? Just putting him with that southpaw jab, hoping something comes back that he can counter off.
That's twice he's thrown that low left hand as well. Botelli with that high guard, he doesn't want to take any risks.
Just getting a bit too close when he throws that uppercut to the body there. Zorbek, I think, you know, it's the right idea. You know, he throws the jab high, comes in with that uppercut. Just if he's a little bit further away, he got that right hook there to throw after it as well.
Just looking at all the photographers to the right-hand side as well, waiting for that shot, but I don't think it's going to come too early in this Sultan Zaurbek versus Nicholas Nahul Botelli fight. 1 round of the 10 scheduled. Really exciting schedule for you this evening. Next up, Elliott Whalen against Fernando Valencia. That's 6 rounds at super welter. Then Nina Hughes returns against Beck Conley. It was all very social and civilized at the weigh-in. However, there was bad blood when that fight was cancelled in February when Connolly got COVID. Then Big Bang, Pierce O'Leary against Nathan Augustine. Lots expected of O'Leary, currently 8-0. Maybe looking to go 9-0. And then we get on to strap season. It's Gilly versus Drew Bound for the English super welterweight. And then the British and Commonwealth titles on the line. Over 12 rounds, Gavin Gwynn versus Luke Willis. But before that,
Dave, you just said strap season. Just remember that.
All right.
You said it.
I said it. Do you know what? Not only did I say it, Barry Jones, I meant it. 2 really important titles on the line. Gilly defending his English. Of course, he's got his eye on going up to British and beyond. And Gavin Gwynn and Luke Willis have both spoken about how much it would mean to them to become British champion. So, yeah, I said it. I meant it. Just if you're watching, don't let me know how you feel about it on social media. Be kind.
Please do.
Sultan Zaurbek again dominating the middle of the ring. It's low and slow tempo.
Yeah, but he gets that foot on the outside almost all the time there, Zorbek. So there's space for him. If he just turns a little bit more from the waist, he can throw that left hand right down the track, right through the centre of the guard there at Botelli. So even when he gets the foot on the outside, he throws the jab inside. He doesn't come over the left hand of Botelli. So I think sometimes if he throws that jab over the top, just generates more space there for that left hand on the middle.
Leads with the left hook that time, Zorbek.
It's a good jab. But again, goes right through the middle, doesn't it?
Very watchful, isn't he, Zorbek? And he's always looking to catch that jab as well.
He's trying to steal a space a little bit as well with the front foot. You can see it. There you go, good work.
And Works that jab right through again. Botelli just pouring that left hand out, and Zorbek timing the jab well.
Well, Botelli got to try and double jab his way in, I think. You know, throwing single shots here, the Zorbek, you know, just that's the reason he's stalking you. He's forcing you to throw a shot so you can come back and make you pay for it. But if you can throw in punches in bunches, throwing combinations, that makes it harder for the counter puncher to fire back. Oh, good left hook there from Botelli.
Yeah, did catch Zorbek on the way in, didn't he? Beat him to the punch.
You've got to jab. If I was Botelli, I would jab when Zorbek jabs, because Zorbek gets his right foot on the outside, but he throws the jab inside the guard, so that gives you an opportunity to throw the left hand. Not when he throws uppercuts like that, though.
No. Snappy shot back into formation. Just solid shots here from Zorbek. The lead left and then left to the body. Botelli comes back with the right hand. Just a slight tempo increase here from both men towards the end of round two.
Nice lovely from Zorbek to finish the round there. Nice left hand and just a little lean back to make Botelli miss.
Tiny little sign of an increase in pace there for Zorbek, wasn't there?
Well, for what he's doing, he's trying to, and again, that's the way he fights. He forces you to work, so it's almost like he'll wait you out. You know, he doesn't do much, just as enough peppers you with a jab, and then you panic on the panic that you're not doing enough, and then once you throw your punches, Botelli had a little bit of success in that round, and then a little bit more adventurous, and they have to pay the price, because that's when Zorbek goes to work. So I think Zorbek could be a little bit more proactive. He's good enough, and has good enough vision not to wait for you to lead. He can jump right on you and let the punches go. But yeah, but I think you're right. I think the last sort of 20-odd seconds, just there were signs there that Zorbek found his distance, found his range, and landed some meaty right hooks.
So do you think that he almost waits for the opponent to increase the tempo before he does?
Yeah, he's an aggressive counter puncher. So, you know, even if he leads with the jab, he's still wanting you to fire off it.
Touch gloves at the beginning of round three. Zorbek versus Botelli. Again, Zorbek straight into the middle of the ring. He's got that right foot round the outside. And catches that right hand of Botelli's.
Oh, that's nice. Change the angle there, lovely, did a little screw shot through the guard.
Yeah, nothing off the back of it though. He just lands and then he's straight back out of range, isn't he?
Oh, solid jab, real step behind that right hand. But again, you know, he put his punches together a little bit more, couldn't he?
Well, we're in round three, 10 scheduled. Oh, left hand off the back of the double jab that time. And left to the body and gets dropped. Botelli catches Zorbek with his chin up, and he gets dropped in round three.
And up a little bit too early as well. I don't think he's seriously hurt, but I think he should have waited, just took a knee for 6, got up at 8.
Oh, glance with another right hand, Botelli. And once again, York Hall proving to be a fickle mistress for an up-and-coming Kazakh. And now Botelli backing Zorbek into the corner, showing him he can't have it all his own way. You said he'd come to fight, Barry Jones, and that's exactly what we're seeing.
I was going to say that, you know, he'd come and give it a go, wouldn't he? Oh, good shot there from Zorbek, though, off the ropes. Botelli's just can't let him off the hook now. They've got to keep throwing, hit anything.
And then he is. Zorbek with his back to the ropes. They both exchange. Nice shot from Zorbek, who's responded well. Hooks up top there from Zorbek, landing clean, and now Botelli looks to swing his way out of trouble, which is a dangerous game against a man with 8 stoppages. Left hand from Zorbek's clean. His response to being dropped has been exemplary. Oh, and now we've got a fight on our hands, and Botelli just misses with the left hook. And the touch paper is lit in round 3.
There's some really heavy hooks there, wasn't it, from Zorbek? All of a sudden, looks in trouble, lands with a really meaty shot, and then just the confidence, you see the energy just filling his body up full of energy and just rallying off the combinations then.
Well, Zorbek has just managed to get his tempo back into the fight. Botelli just bouncing up and down and trying to restore some energy himself. 15 seconds around 3 to go.
I think for Botelli, he had Zorbek hurt, but he couldn't hit the target clean enough. headhunting. And Zorbek just having enough lateral movement to stay out of trouble, enough to land that big shot and come back. What a round.
Well, just as Sultan Zaurbek was controlling every aspect of the fight, he switched off for a second, and Nicholas Nahul Botelli did this.
It's a good shot, really clear, really well delivered. Nothing heavy about it. Again, he gets caught a little bit square-footed, just as he's still stepping back. But again, it's almost his own fault for just waiting. It almost is you know, it's a clean shot right on the whiskers. It almost looks like it misses, like it's barely touched him. That's a really clean right hand there from Botelli. It's a great shot. But it's Zorbek's own fault. He's coming up with his head up. He's throwing single shots and he's throwing punches combinations. And he sort of like, you know, maybe, but that set him alight there because obviously he was under trouble. And then when he fired back off the ropes there, that was just amazing stuff.
3 rounds in. This fight is alive. Well, there was the moment after the knockdown where I thought he spent a little bit too long with his back on the ropes. It was the first time that Botelli has dominated the ring position, but then he came back with that flurry of heavy hooks. Great hands from Zorbek, and Botelli showed that he's got a chin too.
Switching southpaw here, Botelli.
Didn't last long. Zorbek has to be careful. Was he holding Botelli's head down there? Oh, the body shot him.
But again, we can see the way when he comes back, he stands a little bit too tall.
Yeah.
And that right hand's almost found a home again there for Botelli. Just move around the target a bit for Zorbek. When he lands with that shot there, he's close enough there to pivot on that front foot, and he's at the left-hand side there of Botelli, on the outside of that left hand in a safe position.
That's the shot that Botelli likes, isn't it? That right hand on the counter.
Even though he had Botelli going in the end of that last round there, you just see the little bit of lack of confidence here, can you, in some of Zorbek's working on the same intensity in the shots.
Yeah, he landed that right hand clean, didn't he? But it didn't really commit to the shot. Oh, left hand there from Zorbek.
Botelli's waiting too long as well. Both waiting for each one to make a mistake. But somebody's somewhere's got to use the initiative, and I think for me, Botelli's the one coming second best. Even though Zorbek's not having loads of success, he's always the one landing with that right hand jab, peppering away with it and picking up the points.
And as you often say, Barry, you only need to do enough to win the round, don't you? You do that 10 times, 12 times, you win the fight.
Push and a shove there from Zorbek.
Final 30 seconds of round 4 then. Just slowed right down after the excitement of round 3. You hear those famous murmurings around York Hall because they want to see action. Oh, Zorbek felt as though he stuck around for a long time there, but Botelli couldn't capitalise.
Well, Botelli's lacking a bit of confidence as well, and he commit to that right hand.
Four rounds in. Focused Nicholas Nahul Botelli.
He's not winning any rounds, you know. I know he could have got a share of that third, maybe, or even, you know, but but he doesn't look like he's out of his depth too much. He's being picked apart a little bit, but nothing traumatic. And he's shown, again, that third round, how dangerous he can be if he gets the opportunity.
But, you know, fight fans will be tuning in, and if ever you look at a South American with a record of 11-6 with stoppages both ways, you know you're probably going to be in for an entertaining fight, aren't you? Yeah, 11-6. 6 of his 11 wins by knockout, 3 of his 6 defeats by knockout for Nicholas Nahul Botelli.
Oh, good shot, lovely. Everything about that was good from Zorbek there. The little setup with the hook.
A nice lead lefts, and then tries to keep him busy with the right hand. Oh, wow.
He's not getting up from that.
No.
That delay reaction, you can see it, he's done.
Vicious body shot. Nicholas Nahul Botelli is up on his feet, but he waited till he heard the 9 count. He knew he wasn't continuing. And Sultan Zaurbek gets up off the canvas to get a hard-earned